Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Say what now? What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Miss Afia the Diva, and I'm back here again for another review and discussion, sharing my commentary on last night's Southern Charm New Orleans. Baby, this was probably one of the best episodes thus so far. I mean, Reagan, girl, ain't nobody checking for you and Reece like that. We still trying to figure out what happened with you and Jeff, sis. We don't get it. We not ready. You should have just kept that shit to yourself, and no matter how much you try to stick with it, people just ain't checking for it. But anyways, last night episode, this is season 2, episode 3, Nightmare on Bourbon Street. And it definitely was a nightmare for Mr. Jeff, because he got blindsided, sidetracked, you name it, honey. She went all upside his head with this news. But we're going to delve more into that as we go further and I continue to discuss this episode. So when we open up, basically, Tamika, who looked fabulous, was going to meet with Reagan at her home in the city, which I think Reagan's home is tastefully decorated. I mean, she's not the most tasteful person when it comes to people's feelings, Jeff's. But, I mean, you know, hey, she has great taste. So it's Tamika and Rachel. Rachel, as you know, we were introduced last season. It seems like she's getting a bigger role for this season because we've seen her actively involved. And, you know, she's married to a former Saints player as well, and that's how Reagan got to know her, because Jeff and him were teammates. And of course now she knows Tamika, of course, through Reagan. Reagan and Tamika are supposed to be best friends. How Tamika is best friends to this day, I will continue to say with Reagan, is beyond me. It's got to be something there, but okay, girl. So anyway, Reagan, you know, lately has been, no thanks, I want to let you do right now. Oh, it's all good. I don't want to drink. So everyone now suspects that Reagan is probably pregnant. Because first of all, she comes from a family that sells bitters. And honey, bitters are so good with bourbon. What is you doing, baby? She does have good taste in vodka. Maybe not in men, but in vodka. Jeff was a good catch, but I'm talking about that Reece sport. She's drinking Tito's. And if you've never had Tito's vodka, honey, you are missing out, okay? So anyway, they all drinking. But I think she made her drink before. And Tamika, just like Justin, is trying to get Reagan to air out her feelings. Here's the thing about that. Reagan doesn't want to talk about it because, number one, Reagan knows she dead to right, dead ass wrong for how she did Jeff. And she knows it. I mean, at the same time, she don't want to talk about it. She told Tamika she felt harassed. And the reason why she feels harassed is because the truth of the matter is she shook the spot when things got bad for Jeff. You know, Jeff's parents or somebody absconded with all of his NFL money, so Jeff don't have anybody. And then we learn later on in this episode when Jeff is hanging out with John Moody that the reason why he clings to Reagan so much is because he doesn't have any family. Baby, we do not get to select who our blood relatives are, but it would seem to me that your friends like Tamika and Barry and John Moody and Justin, they're there for you. So that's your family. That can be your nucleus of a family. Don't look to Reagan because Reagan don't care about you, as I said in the previous video. I truly believe, from my perspective, that Reagan knew she didn't want to be with him because as this storyline progresses throughout the episode, we find out Reece talking about, I ain't stopped thinking about her for the past 10 years. She ain't stopped thinking about him. And honestly, I think they were fooling around with each other when she got that condo at the French Quarter. Talking about, I needed to study. I need to study. Baby, it ain't that much studying you can do in law school, okay? Either you got it or you don't got it. Yes, we have to study to get everything, the exceptions and all of that, to the rules or whatever. You know, we have to be able to Iraq that shit, issue rule analysis and conclusion. But at the same time, you did not need to be moving. You could have took a room in the house and had Jeff just leave you alone. She also manipulated Jeff many a times, telling him that all of these things were allegedly wrong with him. And I just wasn't here for it, and I wasn't feeling it. Anyway, John Moody, that damn John Moody, that is my name for John Moody. I love him. He is a mood. He is a vibe. As y'all can see, I got on my little pink jacket, but I ain't wearing no flesh tone turtleneck. This fool thing, he's Steve Jobs of art. But he is a very talented artist, though. I will say that. John Moody got it going on. Y'all people be hating on John Moody and like, oh God, he got right there. I love John Moody, okay? But I think that his bromance with Jeff is so important. They meet up for basketball in this episode. John ain't hitting nothing. He said on Twitter last night, he's talking, we need to talk about this edit. I did make some baskets. I was like, baby, y'all should have just met up at Dave and Buster's and y'all could have hit those baskets. I always hit those baskets. I'm almost 6 feet tall and my ass can't hit no damn baskets. So John, it's okay, baby. You can't be great at everything, but I like your confidence. Basically, we find out that Jeff ain't had none in 8 months. Ooh, God, what you gonna do? All that pent-up energy. And so, anyway, I'm sorry, ladies. Jeff, I think Jeff needs a black woman. We all have concluded on Twitter that Jeff probably needs to get him a good old black girl, okay? Someone that's going to love and nurture you, okay? Because we good at that, ladies. We will and be nurturing the wrong damn somebody. But I think Jeff would be a good somebody. We can help him build his wealth back up. He got an MBA, ladies. Y'all better get with y'all some Jeff Charleston. Come on now. Oh, when the saints. We also have a scene where stable boy Reece, unstable is more like it, is down to his mama damn farm, honey, in the stables, pissing in the horse stalls. Ain't you supposed to be cleaning them? Okay. And we also find out later on, honey, his job is way more important and contributes way more to society than Reagan's slanging jewelry. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me keep going, okay? Kelsey, I don't understand why Tamika doesn't like me. Kelsey, baby, we learned last week that Tamika is one of those people that loses respect for weak-minded or weak-acting people, particularly women. I get that. You come off as weak. You also exude this energy of being so desperate to be accepted and wanted. Girl, you got to back. And when Tamika come for you, girl, all you got to do, like Barry said, is bite back, and she'll have more respect for you. Stop doing all this whining, and I don't know why she doesn't like me. Oh, my God. That's why, because you're whining, okay? Girl, you got you a good man. He an attorney. I don't know if he going to put a ring on it, though. But, you know, I would give it, I don't think y'all been together 2 years. I always try to give it 2. And now that I'm older, you definitely get 2 years. When I was younger, you get 4. But now that I'm a little older, I'm over 40 now, you get 2 years. Okay, you got 2 years to figure out where this shit going. Okay, so girl, give it time. It might come. But as far as you and Tamika, yes, you intentionally put Reagan in the middle of it. You want to have a housewoman. You're not sure if you should invite Tamika. You kind of don't have a choice. Y'all filming together, so we know that that's going to have to happen. Plus, it's good for TV when the conflict breaks out. So, Reagan, I don't want to put you in the middle of it, but I just don't know how to handle Tamika. And then Reagan's like, girl, I know, because she's been harassing me about, am I okay? I have to process it for myself. I will give them this, though, especially Reagan and Jeff both. They do have to process it themselves. It is enough sometimes for those of us who go through struggles and strengths like I'm doing right now. I have friends that look out for me, that I confide in, and they know what I'm going through. Just in case. But I don't foresee that happening. But I'm just saying, it's good to let people know a little bit about what's going on. But when people tell you back, let them have it. Quite frankly, I think that Jeff needs to go see a therapist who can help him clear his mind and get his stuff together. Same thing with Reagan. But I think Reagan has been so privileged for so long. You know, it's just, it's hard for her to sympathize with the plight of humans. But perhaps if we put the puppy dog filter on Jeff, maybe that would work, because she seems to relate to animals real well. Tamika and Barry are having couples night, date night. I thought that was really cute. I also appreciate Bravo And Tamika, honey, I am not coveting your husband, but you know your husband look good, girl. That shot of him coming out, wrapping up in that towel, that's what we want to see, Bravo. Don't give us no more of that bullshit ass Reece. We don't want to see that shit. That was disgusting. Ugh, it wasn't cute. It looked like, he's not fat, but I don't know what to describe it as. You come up with a word or something to describe it, an adjective, y'all holler at me. Okay, comment down below. Anyway, Tamika and Barry, well, they don't have pictures from their wedding. They only got one picture. That's sad. I want to know Tamika, who fucked y'all shit up? Who fucked up y'all's wedding day? That's messed up. I'm so sorry that happened to your girlfriend. John Moody and Jeff meet up to go get a makeover. Jeff pretty much said that Reagan took over his fashions, okay? And I will say this, she didn't do a bad job of dressing him and how she wanted him to look. Jeff's a really attractive guy. He's a ginger, okay? You know, I think, I wonder if Jeff is Jeff Irish? You know, Irish men got it going on a little bit, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, John's confessional look, John Moody's confessional, that crushed velvet and that turtleneck, that pink crushed velvet, baby, don't do that no more, don't do it. He also liked my comment about that on Twitter. So I can't remember Tamika's cousin's name, her fabulous cousin's name, but I guess him and Kelsey have forged some sort of relationship or friendship, and they cool enough where he can set up a meet and greet between her and Tamika, because Kelsey really wants to get to the bottom of why Tamika doesn't like her. And I think I've kind of covered this earlier, is that's the fact that you come off as desperate to be her friend. And Tamika is kind of like, she's just one of those people that you just have to like, just you breathing is going to annoy her. And she doesn't like you. And here's the thing, not everyone in the planet is going to like you. And it is honestly up to Justin to figure out how he's going to handle his friendship dynamic of 20-some years or however long they've been friends, to dealing with a relationship where you potentially could become his bride and mother of his children. He's going to have to work that out. But I get it. You want to be friends. You want to be accepted by Tamika because she's one of the cool kids. You know, she mean as hell about it, I think. But I know what it's like to not like someone and try to keep a straight face and pretend you like them, because I know it's some people that I've dealt with, like even at my old job, every time this one chick would open her mouth, I'd just be like, who is she still breathing? I mean, but she had done some stuff to me too that made me also, I don't know if you've done anything to offend Tamika, but anyway, needless to say, he did a meet and greet and they talked about it, and Tamika swore she would be on her best behavior at this housewarming, and she said, you know, I can like you or whatever, but I just don't see it for them. And then I love how Tamika was honest about it. She was just like, yeah, I probably just didn't like you right off the bat when I first met you. I just didn't like you. And Kelsey, oh my God, she didn't like me at first. I'm just like, girl, not everybody gonna like you. I just don't like Reece. He's such a vile creature. He's so disgusting. He's one of those privileged people that just, he disturbs my soul. So, this marriage proposal. Okay, Reece is down here to the family farm in the stables, and he's like, you know, I thought about her for, oh my God, like 10 years. I've had to sit in the shadows. I talked to her mom, and she gave me a ring. I said, well, that's how rich folks do. You ain't even got to buy an engagement ring, baby. You can just get one from their mom and them, your dad and them, anywhere that is coming from the vault, you get one. So he's going to propose to her on the farm. How romantic. Ain't no champagne. No, I'm tripping. I'm not going to hate. I've been proposed to once, and it just wasn't, it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. And then we ended up not getting married, because y'all know I'm still single. Never been married. So anyway, I call him Fuckboy. Fuckboy Reece decides to get down on one knee. This shit is going to be all types of messed up. But either way, I think that he is only proposing, and they didn't put this out there, and it may have even been edited out. But we find out eventually, well, we now know because she posted it on Twitter that she was pregnant, 37 weeks pregnant. The ink has not even dried on this divorce decree. And we find out that Reece kind of been hanging back for like a year. But I'm like, you can clean that up and say a year, but I truly believe it's been longer than that. Okay? And so he proposes. Of course, she says, oh my God, yes, oh my God, that's like we're about to be. And I'm just like, shit. This gonna be some shit. When he said something about, he had been thinking about her for 10 years. He was like, I was 22 at the time, and I just wasn't ready to be in a committed relationship, but I really do love Reagan. I think she's the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. Then he said something about a breeding in the stud stalls. I'm just like, so y'all gonna start breeding like you breed studs? He told Reagan he wanted like 10 children, and she's like, we're gonna talk about that. I was like, baby, you be lucky if you get 2. You might just get 1. So she decides to meet up with Jeff to tell him, so he wouldn't be blindsided, that Reece has proposed and I have accepted. Jeff looked like he had got hit by a truck and a train simultaneously. And I know it hurt. It's a gut-wrenching blow. I recently had some news that came to me about someone, and I was just like, I mean, how do you process that type of news? How you gonna go from me? The ink ain't even dried yet on this divorce decree, and this dude already putting a ring on it. Like, how disrespectful is that? And he's like, I'm really trying to process this. Jeff, there's really nothing to process about this, and my heart breaks for you, because the whole time she was with you, she had another dude on her mind. She said that last week. It kind of came up this week out of Reece's mouth. I think they still were staying in conversation with each other. And like I said, you don't want a woman that's with you just because the going got tough. You want someone that's going to stand with you and be with you through the test of time. Reagan ain't that girl. She ain't built for that. And she can't help it. She said probably most of her life has been handed to her, and it's been easy. Okay? The only difficulty she's ever had is in friendship dynamics, probably. I advised my friend Andrew some years ago, when he had this really bad heartbreak, did an entire album called Closure. And some of those songs on there it makes you feel better. They're sad, but they make you feel better because you know that, hey, eventually I can get over this. And now he's happily married and living in Greece. So, I mean, life does give us storms, and then we get over it, okay? So it's possible. Jeff, cut that shit loose, because having her as a friend is a constant reminder of where you may feel like you failed. But use this as an opportunity and a tool to grow from it. Learn and grow. Be mindful about who you allow. Like all that cute, oh, so cute, I love you. That's great. But Reagan was never it. Because you were like the fallback guy. Like you were her backup plan. Reece was always hanging in the background. And then one of my friends was like, Reece has been the side dude for far too long, and Reagan's married. The thing is, how you get him is how you lose him. Peep that message, Reece, and she ain't lying. Reece decides that he gonna put his foot down though, because he's a little irritated. And I kind of picked up, like he played like this real docile, sweet dude, and it kind of reminded me of what's his name? Oh, he was in The Hangover. But remember the Wedding Crashers? Is it Amy Adams? I get all some of these people's names. It's not Amy Adams, but y'all know who I'm talking about. Her character was dating him, and he was a total jerk to her. And in some ways, Reece Horn started showing, he kind of flipped the script on Reagan. And I said, he probably always had been this way. And she probably likes that. She's like, oh my God, he's so assertive. Like, how he talks to me. I really like this. And I'm just like, oh dear God. Like, no, Reagan, no. Now that he done put a ring on it, he putting his foot down too, basically, is what's going on. So he told her he had been patient and hanging in the background. And he was like, you just gonna have to let Jeff go. I mean, what I look like having my wife, you know, my fiance still hanging out with her ex, and people asking me, is it cool? And that's when I knew. I said, what's going on, why he's irritated, is because someone, his family, his homeboys, whatever, they in his ear tell him, how you gonna let her disrespect you like that? Don't no man want to be with no woman that's still friends with her ex. And here's the other thing about it. Reagan really has no reason to hang out with Jeff anyway. They have no children together. It would be different if y'all were trying to co-parent, but you don't have any children together. So there's really no need for y'all to be together anymore. And so then he got irritated and went the fuck off. And that's when I'll be like, I'm gonna take this ring off and give it back to my mama, because this shit ain't yours, and we done. Because he was like, you know, I've been out here doing real work, you know, working in a horse farm, breeding horses and stuff. And I'm just like, that's real work, not slanging jewelry. And I was like, I don't use this word. Neither do. Is you crazy? But see, Reagan ain't that type of woman to respond with some. She's like, okay, because she likes it. I think she really likes it. It probably turns her on. They probably went upstairs and had bad, passionate, dirty, nasty, some sex you wouldn't want to see on Pornhub type sex. Okay, that fuckboy mask came off real quick. I was like, oh. So it's Halloween in New Orleans. And the gang is getting ready to hang out on Bourbon Street and party and have a good time. Oh, Justin and Kelsey are getting ready. And they're dressed as a ninja. Let me tell y'all something. I need to follow whatever diet and workout plan Kelsey and Justin, them two look good. But Kelsey, she tightened that shit up real quick. She looked good. Now, what I want Kelsey to do, though, makeover-wise, we need to get you a new hairstyle. We need to soften the curls a little bit more. We need to bring something more forward. We need to do a little bit of something with you, girl. I think maybe that's what it is. Maybe we need to just get you a whole new look, okay? But you look good. And they ready to kick Tamika's ass, but Tamika then came as the voodoo king and queen. And I'm just like, this shit is so funny. I was like, Kelsey got something for your ass, Tamika. Tamika, just... Girl, we need to learn. If you and I both could work together on pretending we like people that we don't, that we could work on that. But either way, I thought it was really cute. And of course, that's when the gang is all gathered around, and Reagan's like, we're getting married, and Jeff just kind of looking like. And I thought it was really funny how Jeff came as a gladiator, and Reece dumbass was up there talking about, oh, look, like, I got Cleopatra, I'm Mark Anthony, because at first he kept saying he was Caesar, and she was like, no, babe, you're Mark Anthony. Like, that's Caesar's brother, I think. I don't remember, but either way, I said, he did not pay attention in school. He just dumb as a box of rock, but he's a whole asshole, I can tell you that right now. We figured that out right quick, right fast. I feel bad for Jeff. Everybody got blindsided by this news. And then Reagan was like, okay, everybody, they got something back, so let's just go have a good time. And you're just like, bitch, how you just gonna lay something like that on us? So anyway, that basically concludes the episode, okay? I didn't like how Reece was laughing at the fact that he got the girl back, like, because, you know, supposedly he thinks Jeff is Caesar, and because Mark Anthony got Cleopatra. It's like, first of all, y'all the wrong color, but I ain't going to delve too much in there. Speaking of which, I've been wondering for a long time, when is someone in Hollywood going to make the real deal Cleopatra movie, where she is really a black woman, because Cleopatra's black, okay? Just like Nefertiti, all of them. It's Africa, it's Egypt, Equator, they black. I need for y'all to get over that. So, either way, I've been wondering about that. Next week, Tamika coming with the shits down to this damn housewarming. Oh my God, we see Kelsey talking about, we need to go talk like real women. This is now! And Tamika's spilling drinks. Reece showing his ass again. Apparently, I guess Reagan chose the housewarming to be like, okay, we got another announcement. I'm goodness. And so Reece is like, how you just gonna sit up there and steal the thunder from them doing the housewarming? I thought that was some of the purpose. I said, oh, so he do know etiquette, but you didn't have a problem coveting another man's wife when they were still married. But okay, fuckboy, I see you. Okay. Either way, that's all I've got for this episode of Southern Charm New Orleans. Thank you guys for joining. If this is your first time here on my channel, be sure to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever you want to know when the diva is on. Like I said, I'm trying to get more and more consistent with doing these videos and reviews because y'all know I host a radio show, and most nights I'm going to have guests. So when I have guests, I don't have time to, do my brief synopsis, but I really enjoy doing these. These are therapeutic for me. It helps me to put on a bright face and kind of just do some things. But that's all I've got. I've been Miss Sophia the Diva. Again, thank you for joining. Be sure to check out my radio show every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time for Diva Disturbed on BFAM 109.6. I will leave the links down below. Make it a great one.